What's up, guys and girls? It's good to see you today on the Speaknsee show. I ask you to like, subscribe, and click that notification button so when I get information out, you can get information in. Now, I've gotten some comments on the last couple videos I put up regarding Senator Lankford from Oklahoma coming out, and one, he said something about the Biden mandate of the vaccines for employees of businesses who have 100 employees or more would be mandated. So I put that up because that's business oriented. And the other video I just put up about the government shutdown is very important as well. There are two issues that Lankford hit on today that have to do with small businesses. And I just got a comment from somebody saying, "Speak, if I want to watch the news, I can go watch the news." Well, you can do that, but you see, what I'm trying, I sometimes take for granted that people out there know more than I think they do, and because these issues that I do post are issues that have to do with the SBA loans, the grants, and small businesses in general, because it affects you. It affects them in somewhat in major ways. So with this last video I just posted, you don't have to go look at it. I'll just go over it real quick. It was Senator Lankford. He came out and said, "Look, man, we're looking at an imminent shutdown. We were supposed to have 12 appropriations by the end of September. We don't have any, so it's not going to happen. And it looks like the government's going to shut down come October." So he's trying to figure out a way for it not to shut down. Well, what does that have to do? Well, it has a lot to do, and I'm going to tell you right now, with your SBA applications, because the SBA is an organization that gets paid through federal funds, and for loans that have been made via the SBA, say if your banks that have loaned the money that has closed the loans and processed your loans, and you've already got SBA approval on, it won't affect you because you've already got approved for the loan. But for those of you who have requests that are being processed, they cannot be closed without SBA approval. So this especially will impact the SBA Express loans and that need a quick response, or those of you who are wanting to get that money sooner than later, because the SBA cannot approve any loans during a time of a government shutdown. So that would it would delay any loans that are going out. And we all know that this program ends at the end of 2021. So another, halt in getting any money available to any of you all out there would be a government shutdown. So guys, you got to understand that the things I put out there are important. They mean something. So the government shutdown is never good, especially for those of you who are out to go get an SBA loan. So please respect the content. Now, what other potential delays might be caused by the shutdown? Government shutdowns of other agencies has further delayed SBA lending activity. For instance, the SBA requires banks to verify small business information with the IRS. So you got to get verification through the IRS, and these verifications cannot be performed as a portion of the IRS as part of the shutdown. People in the IRS would all get paid, but they wouldn't be working. It makes no sense, I know, but the government and the employees still get paid, but they don't work. They shut it down. So as such, small businesses cannot have their SBA loan closed, which creates funding uncertainty for the lenders as well. So that really sucks. So and not only that, but it affects the impact on the economy as well. On average, the SBA approves $500 million a week. More than that, actually. Right now, they're doing like $3 billion a week in new loans in requests through the 7A Eidl program, guaranteed lending program, and additional real estate projects are financed through the SBA 504 loan programs as well. What can impacted small businesses do? This is what can we do about it? Well, that's the thing here. When I'm talking about a government shutdown, small business you can't do nothing. You can't do anything. You got to wait. We got to wait till the government reopens back up and for processing existing approvals, or if you're in the queue and you have an application out there and it was being looked at, but now it's not going to be looked at. Or if you're waiting for funds to go to the next step of approval, it's not going to be. It can't be. So that's the problem that we have when we see such things as a government shutdown getting ready to happen, which it looks inevitable to happen. So I want to give you all fair warning on this. That's why I post videos that may not have me in it per se, but have another topic in it. It has to do somewhat with your Eidl loan or Eidl grant or the SBA's movement on this. So what types of SBA services will be unavailable? Well, during the government shutdown, banks won't be able to get a new loan approvals from the SBA, and they also won't be able to process changes for existing SBA loan approvals or requests any servicing actions to modify SBA existing loans. So basically what it does is it just puts a halt on the SBA loan process. And that is why I put that video up there earlier with Langford. Sorry if everybody starts getting mad at me. Speak, why are you doing this? I'll go watch the news elsewhere if I want to. Well, that's fine. Go watch it elsewhere. I blocked you anyway, so don't matter. This is information that you will find valuable when the time comes and slaps you in the face and says, hey, guess what? The government just shut down. Or guess what? If you have under 100 employees, you don't have to be vaccinated, but that might be coming soon. If you have over 100 employees, you're probably going to see mandatory vaccinations. And I thought that was kind of, I won't go too far into the vaccinations and the small businesses where that's playing a part, but as I saw today on Twitter, Guzman was out promoting what? She was promoting not small businesses, but she was promoting get the vaccine. So if you see the SBA administrator out there not trying to get small businesses money, but trying to get people vaccinated, then there might be something here. If we can tie one and one together, Guzman trying to get people vaccinated, Biden saying that if you have over 100 employees, you're not going to be able to get funded or federal funds if you're not vaccinated. So if we're tying two and two together here, people, we need revelation more than information sometimes. And this is a revelation to your future saying vaccinations could be a factor on whether or not businesses get funded federally, or federal government employees or small businesses that have over 100 employees will have mandatory vaccines. So I think that's kind of important. And if I think it's important, I'm going to put it out there. And because most people who get my information find it valuable, and that's why they're here. And we are going to continue fighting, as I was up on Twitter today, fighting for that $10,000 Eidl grant, fighting for that restriction of the policy map to be stricken from the record. We need that gone. It is egregious. It's egregious to see it out there. There's actually some legal words to put it other than prejudiced and racist, and that map just needs to go. And that's why I would just like to go ahead and say, hey, I want my 10K. Hey, we're going to keep fighting for your 10K. And hey, if I put information out there, you don't have to watch it. But usually, if you see it up there on SpeaknsEe's channel, it has to do with small businesses, because that's what I do. I help people. And not only that, but I would just like to say a quick shout out to Lengeni, who just received his $420,000 Eidl loan. Oh, another thing I would like to also say, which could be kind of important, is we're seeing that there may be a 30-day waiting period for any loans that are over $500,000. If anybody out there has received their loan and it's been over $500,000, between $500,000 and $2 million within the 30-day time frame, let me know. Give me a comment down below, because from what we're noticing right now is they seem to have a 30-day waiting period on loans over $500,000. So if you're wondering what's going on with my loan, why is it still processing? I went to a higher rate, I still haven't gotten it yet, then this could be an interesting topic that we'll discuss in the future when we get more data on it. So guys, anyway, I want to say thanks for watching. I hope you appreciate this update. I hope you like, subscribe, watch on Twitter. I want to give a shout out to Jason McElhone. Thanks for fighting for us small businesses, as well as other channels out there like his, that we continue to go for that $10,000 Eidl grant so that all these small businesses who were entitled to it before these new procedures were put on for the 30% loss or the policy map were put out there, the ones that closed their doors saying, hey, I trust the government's going to give me 10 grand. Well, we're going to make them give you that 10 grand, because somebody say, hey, I want my 10K.